Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute, but I've been super busy. I've been out the country on a visit to the UK, and I just thought, it was about time I gave you an update on Project Relocate. So as you know, in life things can change like that. So we bought the land is ours, but we've been living in Colombo now since November, since I moved over permanently, and that's where we want to be. And also, as you might have seen from my social media, that I'm actually been volunteering with Embark. Now, as it turns out, I'm actually going to leave in a couple of weeks to go to Saudi to do a final nanny contract, okay? And just before I'm about to leave, the owner of the Embark company contacted me and said when I come back she'd like to offer me a position. So it looks like I'm going to have a job when I come back in Colombo. So it doesn't make sense to keep the land in Malagoda, which is almost near Kandy, because it's around a 3-hour drive to get there, and I will not be able to do that commute on a daily basis. So there's no point in keeping the land. So the land's going to get sold, and then with the money from the land we will then purchase land somewhere closer to Colombo, hopefully like on the coast. So there will still be some exciting stuff coming up, so keep watching. We're either going to buy some land and build a house, or buy some land with a house maybe that needs renovating or something. We're not sure yet, we'll see. So that's Project Relocate updated. So I am still living here. I came in on I ended up staying on a 6-month tourist visa. I left to go to the UK for a couple of weeks to see the family. Now I'm back on a 1-month visa, and then I go to Saudi. When I come back, there will be a surprise as to why I don't leave the country, or don't need to leave the country. So that's that. Now, the other thing I wanted to put in here as well is the fact that I see a lot often in social media on the backpackers websites and stuff about how to get to Ella from Colombo. Now, I've used the train, and I've put that in one of my previous vlogs, and today we came on the coach, and it's super easy. So when I say coach, I mean a luxury coach like we have in the UK. I don't mean one of their public buses, which are quite hard to suffer even a 30-minute journey. So there are various private companies. We use the company called Superline. So you go online, sorry, there's mosquitoes in my face. You go online to superline.lk, and you book the coach from Colombo, which is Peta, and it's opposite the floating market. If you know where the floating market is, everybody knows where that is, so you can just ask somebody. You book from there to, is it Buduala? Chama? Buduala. Badula. So Badula is past Ella, but what happens is they drop you off on Ella Main Street, basically. It's super cheap, guys. It was 2,500 for both of us. The downside is a 5.5 hour journey, and the driver didn't stop halfway for a break. So if you have a weak bladder, you might want to mention that to the driver and see if he can potentially stop quickly. I managed to hold it, but I was desperate for the loo at the end. But it's a super comfy coach, nice seats that lie back, and it's got air conditioning, so just take some snacks. So usually it's a night time, so I can't sleep on coaches anyway, so I took snacks. But if you're a really easy sleeper, the lights all go out, recline your seat, halas, sleep for 5.5 hours. You do arrive here. We left at 11 p.m. and we arrived here around 4:20 in the morning. So there was a bit of an issue, obviously, because we couldn't check into our hotel until 10. So we had a few hours to play with. There is an all-night cafe open on the high street, so you can sit in there for a few hours till the sun comes up. And then we were fortunate, we contacted the hotel to ask them if we could come and dump our bags here, and then we was going to go for a walk, which is exactly what we did. We came about 5:30, dumped our bags here, and then off we went for a little stroll. We then had a coffee when all the bars opened, and then we went and had some breakfast. So it's super easy. It's one bus, it's direct from Colombo. Now, as I said before, you can take the train. The train does take quite a few hours. It can take up to 9 hours to get here on the train. It stops a couple of times, believe it it or not, just like in the middle of nowhere randomly, and there'll be this tiny little hut and there'll be somebody selling food products on there. But also with the train, you get guys and ladies that come onto the train selling udawali and wadi and stuff like that. So they sell sort of samosas and stuff that you can buy on the train. The difficulty with the train is it can get quite packed, and you need to pre-book your tickets well in advance because it's the most scenic route I think I've ever seen. So it does get booked up, and it's not overly comfortable. It's quite, you're doing a lot of this, okay? So if you've got a bad back, maybe it's not advisable. Sorry, there's a mosquito. So yeah, so that's where we are. We're in Ella. So I'm going to be doing some vlogging in and around Ella. I'm going to show you the view in a minute of where we are. So we came to one night here, and then we're going for 2 nights at a place called 98 Acres. So this is like amazing, and trust me, the next hotel we're going to is even better than this one, okay? So let me know in the comments if you want me to cover anything in Ella. We're going to be doing 9 Arches. We're going to be doing Little Adams Peak. We're going on this new double-decker bus that they have here, the Ravana Odyssey, I think it's called. And that's going to take us down to the main waterfall here. Then we're also going to do, I'm going to do the zip wire. Chalma doesn't want to do it. I will do the zip wire and video it. And then we'll see what else we can squeeze in. I want to do a walk. There's a walk where you can go to Ella Rock viewpoint. It's about an hour and a half walk from here. It's a nice hike, and it's monsoon season, but as you'll see from the weather, it's beautiful here. It's quite dry. It's not really muddy and dirty and wet. So this is what I say to people all the time: don't look at the weather forecast. Sri Lanka makes up its own weather, okay? So if it tells you that it's raining here, generally it probably isn't. And if it tells you it's sunny, it's generally probably raining. So as you can see, let me show you now. I'm going to show you where we are.